Hello, good morning. My name is Kate Fox from Fox Graphics Design and Marketing. And we're here today to get back to I think we're calling it a podcast now. It's the Authentic You series. And because we seem to be getting longer and it's becoming very authentic now, I think and people are referring to them as podcasts. So that's fine. And today I've got Rebecca Moloney with me, who we have to not be giggling all day, but we know each other so well. We just had a long chat. We better do this. So, hello, welcome, Rebecca. Say hello.
Morning, Kate. You all right?
And so basically, we're doing our 6 questions, and I know you prepared a few answers. And what I love about these answers is I have no idea what people are going to say, so it's really quite funny. But anyway, without further ado, let's start with what makes you smile.
Well, it's quite useful that the two things go hand in hand. I really love going to live comedy and watching new acts with their new material and things like that. There's an event in Stockport once a month, and the audience has gotten to know each other slowly after time. So it's a great place to meet up with good friends, acquaintances that I'm getting to know better, and seeing the sort of new talent that's out there on the comedy circuit. I can actually make myself laugh in an empty room as well. I think a day is wasted if you've not laughed at least 10 times.
I, I'd agree with that, and it's something that I since especially since I started doing this podcast, this series, the fact that I ask people what makes them smile, I find that I'm naturally smiling more and laughing more because I'm asking the question. So yeah, it's all good stuff. And so on not such smiley point, when did you last cry and why?
I can cry really easily, actually. I'm definitely very empathetic to people's situations. So things like long lost family will get me, but I see that as a
Ah,
healthy cry.
I'm terrible. I just have like some of the stories. I'm just like,
Yeah,
and
I
Duncan's
think
going, here's a hanky.
with me being a foster carer as well, I'm sort of like very much emotionally attached to the starts of people's lives, and
Of course.
and people having a tough time of it will always get me. And then the one film, there's two films that's guaranteed to just get me bawling, and one's very weirdly, one is Rain Man, and the other one is, I don't know if you've ever seen it, Bridges of Madison County.
I have many years ago. I can't remember the story now, but I know the name. I can't remember the storyline.
Meryl Streep and what's he called? One of the very handsome actors from back in the day, Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep. It's just a beautiful story, and yeah, it gets me. And also, I've discovered I really should have. Somebody, when they were teaching me maths in secondary school, should have explained that maths and engineering went hand in hand, because I've actually got a real thing for bridges. I love them. Um, I'm just fascinated by the way that they're built and withstand weight. Not one of these ugly motorway bridges or whatever, but a real good bridge.
Have
Yeah,
you been on the one in Anglesey, the Telford?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a lovely bridge. The old one, not the new one,
yeah,
the old one. Mm.
yeah. No one. So I don't know if I like bridges of Madison County because bridges are included in it or what, but it's just made me think of that as well.
Oh. Well, that's a lot of things that make you cry, but no. So, yeah. Moving on. The Can you recommend a book, podcast, art gallery, or a museum? Not
I
one of each,
can.
just one or
And
two.
knowing that I was coming on here, I actually went and grabbed it out of my
Start
room.
thinking, start living. Oh,
It should be taught in primary school and secondary school, because it took me until I was in my 40s for this book to tell me that your thoughts are not real and you can reframe any thought. So you think about, you could be made really angry where you're at the point of, I could kill you. And then 2 hours later, if somebody asks you how you're feeling, just be like, whatever. And you can change, like, you, your thoughts aren't real and your memories aren't real. And this book's made me just look at everything really differently. Always had a bit of a difficult relationship with my mum. And that book taught me as well that you can't change how other people are. All you can do is change your reaction to that thing. And it's been a massive learning curve, but it should be something that's taught a lot earlier in life, basically, I think.
Yes, no, I agree with that. And I had years ago, I had some counseling, and that was wanted to do with my family, and that was something that came out and said, you cannot change that person. You can't, it just you have to learn to accept that that's the way it is, and like it or not, whichever you decide, which
I used to play mum bingo. In my head, I think if I say that, she's going to say that. So I'd say it, she'd say it, and in my head, I'd just go bingo. So instead of getting angry about it or frustrated about it, a little, and it just stopped us getting into a headlock situation, whereas we would always headlock.
Oh wow, that's quite good actually. So no, interesting book. Wave it again. Stop thinking, start living, Richard. I might get that. Oh, I could borrow it off you.
Of course you can. I'm seeing you in a couple of weeks. I'll bring it with me.
Interesting, that. Super. So better get on to the juicy stuff, which starts talking a little bit about what you do. What is the best compliment a client has ever said to you?
It's actually happened this week on Tuesday. I've been called inspirational and motivational this week by multiple people that were at the same event, and that's just been a bit mind-blowing. Because I'm going to own that badge. I really like it. Again, if you ask my family, they'd probably say she's an idiot. So it is nice to be told things from outside of your family, really. So I ended up doing.
I know now. I now know why we get on so well. See, we're giggling. It's good for you smiling and laughing.
Absolutely. I did a presentation to around 150, 200 people on Tuesday, and my LinkedIn hasn't stopped pinging with amazing positive comments on.
How many people?
I think it was between 150 and 200 people.
Wow.
It was at Manchester Metropolitan University. And I've never done anything like that in my life, but my audience didn't know that. And apparently it went down brilliantly. So I've had a lot of positive feedback this week, and it's just been great.
Oh, that's super.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that earlier. You've been saving that for this.
We didn't get onto that subject, but
well, we're doing it now. So
yeah, it was.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I was moving on to why should your that's the timer. We've gone over.
Wow.
Get
the next question in quick then.
Right. Why should your ideal client and customer work with you?
Because
you're inspirational.
I'm inspirational and motivational. If someone finds themselves really unhappy in their career of choice, or they're struggling to get into their career of choice, I've got a background of 30 years in recruitment, and I can explain to people why the delete button's being pressed, and we'll turn it around so that the acceptance button's getting pressed. So anyone really being demoralized in the whole job search stage of life, I can turn that around for people.
Super, yeah, no, and I recommended several people to you, and one person I'm thinking of at the moment, he got a job within weeks.
Yeah,
amazing, and they're so much happier, and everything is. It's just it's made a massive difference to the whole family's lives. So it's brilliant.
Amazing. It's brilliant when you hear things like that, because again, you work on your own, like, oh, am I all right? And then
we're imposter syndrome business, all that stuff, isn't it?
Who am I to be telling people what to do? But apparently,
what I tell them we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Cool. So leading on to what is your business? You can now say what you do and where do you hang out and how can people get in contact?
Yeah, lovely. Thank you. So my business is Career Garage, which has been born from my background of nearly 30 years in recruitment. So I definitely know about the delete button. And I can see immediately where people are not branding themselves. So it ties in with what you do. You brand and market people's products, and I help people brand and market themselves. The market's changed so much with AI and software that sifts through the information on CVs. And I think what people miss is they don't need to focus on becoming the best candidate until they've got an interview. they're not going to get an interview unless they really focus on becoming the best applicant.
Mm.
And so,
Getting
yeah,
that. Yeah.
reframing how people are marketing themselves is 100% the way forward. I've helped graduates break into their career of choice when they've just been getting nowhere. I've helped teachers and people who've been in a lifelong career that in their own head think they can't go and do something different, and of course they can. And ideally, I'd love to speak to anyone being made redundant as well, because that's a real kick in the teeth. Because a lot of people identify themselves with their job title. It's kind of, how many people do you know? Mark the bus driver, Mark the tyre fitter, Mark the... And when that's taken away from people, that can be really scary as well. It's kind of like, who am I? So I like to help put that back in people. And you can find me on LinkedIn, Rebecca Moloney. And you can also Google Career Garage. I've got a website. There's testimonials on both LinkedIn and my website. And other people say the good stuff about me, and I don't have to do this all the time, even though I've really enjoyed our chat.
And your logo is on my new brochure on the back page, which we can see that is the Career Garage logo. There we go.
It is indeed, and I really enjoyed working with you to come up with that. We had fun doing that as well, didn't we? Well, I think we did. You might not.
Well, absolutely. That's good. No, it's good. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much, and thank you for coming today. And we've gone over time, which I seem to be doing regularly at the moment. So basically, I'm Kate Fox from Fox Graphics Design and Marketing, and I guide businesses to be noticed and raise their game by using design, brand, and marketing strategies, which enables them to triple in turnover and get ahead of their competition. You can find me on all social media and websites, foxgraphicsdesign.com, and mainly living on LinkedIn. So there we go. So that's it. So thank you very much.
And you're very good.
And thank you. Oh yes, it's nice having your clients on this. It's great. Super. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you next week in a couple of weeks when we meet up face to face. So
wonderful. I'll bring the book with you, with me even. Take care. Thank you for the opportunity to have a chat. Cheers, Kate.
No problem. Bye.
Bye.